Hi guys, so I'm going to read Fantastic Four number 43. So lo, there shall be an ending. The fabulous Fantastic Four finally learn, lo, there shall be an ending. Torch, lower your flame, you juvenile incompetent. Instead of stopping them, you're blazing an escape route they can follow. Can't help it. I'm trying not to hit the thing.
Just wait. I'll get this blasted anti-grav disc off me sooner or later, and when I do...
So our lesson for today. Trapped by their deadly counterparts, the Frightful Four, Street and Sue, and attempt a desperate escape with the helpless Thing, while the flaming Human Torch leads the Wizard in hot pursuit, no pun intended, of his erstwhile partners. Daringly written by Stan Lee, dazzlingly drawn by Jack Kirby, dramatically inked by Vince Colletta, and docilely lettered by Artie Simek. And now, the start of another sensational spellbinder for Mighty Marvel.
Richards keeps shaking me to keep me off balance, so's I can't pull that creepy disc off me. My strength don't do me no good while I'm weightless like this.
Quick, darling, hop in Johnny's car. His flame won't hurt us. How can you be so sure, Sue? I wonder if the Wizard's ID machine weakened his powers. I've never seen him so clumsy before. That's just it. The machine couldn't have affected him at all. I defused it while I was invisible. The torch can't be under their control. That explains his clumsiness. He's only faking. He's pretending to be helping the Frightful Four.
I ain't faking, mister. Once I get on my feet again, I'll mop up the place with you.
Follow them, you bungling fool. They're getting away. I can't, Wizard. I gotta slow down in order to keep my flame from dying out.
The famous Human Torch, bah! He's just an overrated, useless fraud. I'll dispose of him at the first opportunity. I trust you have enough flame left to help me release the others who have been trapped by my discs.
What do you want me to do?
You'll see. How in blazes was I supposed to know that Richards would toss him at us? The Wizard better get him off us or else.
You and your accursed pace, Trapster. These discs cannot be removed.
They might try to turn against me because of this. That's why I want you beside me, Torch. Hold still, all of you. My Master Disc Reverser will neutralize the anti-gravity effects of your discs.
Then, as the three raging menaces regain their footing, these discs are too dangerous. They can too easily be turned against us.
How true, my fair Medusa. They give me the right always to call myself your leader. Some leader? Look how easy Richards and that dame got away from us. They made us look like bush leaguers.
Don't just stand there, Torch. Burn this disc off me. Careful, you clumsy clod. Watch what you call me, lady. I'm not used to being talked to like that.
Well, start getting used to it. You were just a big fat zero when we needed you, punk. Yeah, all you did was get in our way.
It's almost as if he was trying to help Richards and the girl.
A most interesting premise, my dear.
Well, all you did was delay the inevitable outcome. They can't keep the Thing helpless forever. And when he breaks free, he'll destroy them. And at that very moment, in a private elevator at the famous Baxter Building,
you ain't keeping me a prisoner. I'll blast out and clubber you.
Oh. Ugh. Lucky he's still weightless. If he'd be able to put his full power into that blow, it would have finished me. You're wasting your time, Ben. You need weeks of specialized training to learn how to use your strength properly while you're weightless.
Weightless or not, I'm still strong enough to handle a dozen of you crumb.
He's not far wrong. He's still the most dangerous human fighting machine I've ever known. Stop it, Ben. We're trying to help you. It's no use. He won't listen. My force field will protect Reed. He's floundering. Release your shield, Sue. I'll get him now. Good. Now all that remains is to keep him off balance again. And that's just what I intend to do. He's got to be groggy enough for me to get him back to my lab. There. The one thing that can nullify such mind-staggering strength is a severe case of dizziness and extreme vertigo. Quickly, Sue. We haven't a minute to lose now. Follow me. Then minutes later, we've done it. Nothing short of an atomic explosion can shatter that escape-proof experimental lab. Reed, what are you going to do with him? First, I'll feed him a heavy concentration of sleep gas to put him under. It'll be more merciful that way. More merciful? In the name of heaven, darling, what are you planning? We can't let him remain as he is, an evil, deadly parody of his normal self. The only answer is to find some way to readjust his mind, to undo the effects of the wizard's devilish ID machine. But that means I must tamper with his brain, and if I make the slightest miscalculation, it will mean his certain death. Then, as Reed Richards prepares to undertake one of the most desperate gambles of his life.
Stay where you are, Torch, and don't try to flame on if you know what's good for you.
Why? What's the wizard doing in that locked room? What's going on here, anyway?
Clam up and wait, Half-Pint. He'll tell you when he's good and ready.
While behind the closed doors we find...
Ha! Just as I suspected. My ID machine had been defused. It isn't operating properly. Then the Torch has been faking. He isn't under your control. Nobody can deceive the wizard. I'll make him rue the day he tried it. Stop! What are you doing? Saving your life, perhaps. He's still too dangerous for you to battle alone. Medusa shall help you.
And so...
Well, what's the verdict, beautiful? Do I holster my pace pistol or use it? I suggest you holster it for now, Trapster. There's no need for us to do anything rash. Now will you tell me what's going on? All in good time, Torch. All in good time.
Come on, get it over with. Cat-and-mouse games for kids.
You're quite right, Sandman. And this little game will be ended very soon. There! I did it! And he expected nothing. Perfect timing, Medusa. So you're wise to me, huh? Sandman! Quick! Get him before he can become the Torch again! I'll hold him for you. Now, Sandman, now!
You're all too slow. He's starting to blaze faster than I can cover him with sand. Look out!
Flame on! Take cover! He's burned through his paste bonds before they could solidify.
In a way, we're lucky he's still the old Torch. He's under oath never to burn anyone with his blasted flame. That gives me a chance to reach for a new trap weapon. Now, while his back is turned, this miniature Renaissance cap will have the effect of dynamite on an oil fire when it hits him.
I got him!
Good work, Trapster. The shock of impact must cause this flame to fizzle out. I don't need an interpreter, pal. What do we do with the brat? Finish him off now, or save him from later?
But while the Frightful Four ponder that fateful decision, it's time for us to return to the Baxter Building and Mr. Fantastic's lab.
Reed, why hasn't Johnny rejoined us? What if something's happened to him? He's my own brother. I can't bear this fearful waiting. Reed, say something.
I can't, darling. Not till this job is finished. The slightest miscalculation on my part could kill Ben instantly.
Forgive me, dear. I've no right to distract you this way.
I'm concerned about Johnny as you are, Sue, but he's still got his flame and his wits. Ben is the graver problem now. Bear with me just a little while longer, my dearest. I'm doing the best I can.
If only it didn't seem so hopeless.
Finally, many long, grueling moments later. All cycles are go, honey. I'm ready to begin.
Please, Lord, don't let Ben die.
Operating his delicate machine like the master he is, Reed Richards begins to speak softly, grimly, beseechingly. Ben, old friend, wake up! I'm speaking to the real Ben Grimm. The real thing. Not the evil creature whom the wizard has spawned. You must hear me. You must wake up as your normal self. You must banish those false images from your mind, Ben. You must rid yourself of the hatred, the savagery that does now dominate your brain. I'm not reaching him. There's no response. He's awake, but he hasn't changed. He's still our enemy.
Keep trying, Reed. You can't give up on him now.
You're lying to me, like you've always done. You're the enemy, the worst enemy I've ever had. You made me the way I am.
He's smashing the machine. He's breaking free! Ben, you don't know what you're doing! You'll destroy the one chance! Ben! Too late, I've failed! Reed, look, the machine is still operating! It's generating more power than ever, due to the electronic upheaval. I detect a reaction. He's changing!
What's happening to me? My head! My head!
This is what I feared. Even if the experiment worked, the after effects might prove fatal. Save him! Do something! Anything! If I can remove that helmet from his head. Cover me with your force field, darling. I've got to reach him. Don't falter, Sue. Don't weaken. I'm surrounded by thousands of volts of unharnessed current. Then as the desperate adventurer reaches his stricken friend, even through the force field, the shock of touching him is almost unbearable. But I've got to hold on. I've got to. My mental shield isn't strong enough. He'll never make it unless... The main control switch! Why didn't I think of it sooner? It'll cut off all the power. If only I'm not too late. You saved me. Another second would have been too late. But we're not finished yet. My spacesuit. Get it, quickly! Spacesuit? Then in a matter of minutes. Stay back. He's still bathed in deadly cosmic waves. That's why I need the protection of this suit. But they're fading quickly. So follow behind me. And by the time the tragic, unconscious thing is placed upon the bed, it's safe to approach him now, dear. But don't touch him for another few minutes. Reed, he's so still, so lifeless. Is he? Oh, I can't say it. I don't know, Sue. I wasn't able to hear a heartbeat. But his skin was so strong, so insulated, that I can't be sure. There's nothing more that can be done for him. We can only wait and pray. But once again, it is time to change our scene, this time to the heavily guarded Latverian embassy building in the heart of New York. Your hands are healing as well as can be expected, Excellency. In another few days, you should be able to use them normally.
Still another few days? Get out of here, you inadequate incompetent! It's the Thing's fault. He did this to me. He alone.
As portrayed so vividly in FF number 40, Stan.
But I shall have my revenge. As soon as my hands are healed, I will be able to operate my emotion changer ray, the one thing that can destroy my accursed enemies. The strange aircraft is approaching the Baxter building. What can its purpose be?
And as Dr. Doom wonders, we want you to know that he does use his eerie emotion changer machine in the Great FF Annual, now on sale. So unabashed advertisement, Stan. And I read that one already. I read that one already. So that the events of that issue take place. FF Annual number 3. Or no, is it number 2? No, number 2. Or no, it is number 3. FF Annual number 3. Take place directly after this one, which is like Fantastic Four number 43 or something. This issue. But flying noiselessly, maneuvering effortlessly, the Wizard's wonderful anti-grav airship zeroes in for a landing atop the most famous headquarters building in the Western Hemisphere. All of us against Richards and the girl, it'll be a cinch. Oh, all of us against Richards and the girl, it'll be a cinch. Don't be a fool, Trapster. The fighting any part of the Fantastic Four is never a cinch. You will follow my plan to the letter.
The Wiz must have grown up on old Basil Rathbone movies, Red.
Quiet, Sandman. We're landing.
Okay, big brain. So now that we got here, how do we get in? Richards ain't likely to leave any doors wide open with welcome signs on them.
Have you forgotten your own unique power, Sandman? You will alter your body's molecules to the thinnest sand particles and filter through any cracks in the roof, no matter how small they may be. Well done. Now quickly, reverse the process and make your body rock hard before they can be alerted. Then we will follow Plan A. We must not fail.
I gotta hand it to the Wizard. I may hate the sight of him, but he's as dangerous as they come.
Good. Keep applying maximum pressure. The roof is beginning to crack. That's it. Just a little bit more.
All right. When I need a backseat kibitzer, I'll ask for one.
Perfect. You peeled the last layer of steel back like a banana skin. Now we're ready for our greatest attack, our final victory. And so there were two references. I don't know if you guys like kind of. I don't know if this was intentional, but he said rock hard and peel the layer back like a banana skin. If you guys understand what I'm saying, it's a reference to something. But so
Now we're ready for our greatest attack, our final victory. It's safe for it to proceed now. I short-circuited the electronic alarm complex by manipulating thin strands of hair in the wiring. Just for the record, my dear Medusa, you might mention that it was I who told you how.
Sandman, give the wizard gold star. Climb up. They're just ahead of us.
what the Frightful Four don't realize is that even Medusa's probing could not have nullified Mr. Fantastic's brilliant alarm system. But Sue had forgotten to activate the main control switch after turning it off. And now, he is alive, Sue, and I think I'm getting a positive reaction. Does that mean? It's too soon to tell, but there's still a chance that I've won. My battery-powered brainwave definer shows a definite change in his basic ID pattern. But is it better or worse?
Suppose you let us answer that. Reed, look out!
Medusa!
Not just Medusa, Richards. The entire Frightful Four, in full striking force.
Stand where you are. Come on, let's plow into them.
No need for us to wage battle again. They won't dare resist us this time.
Guess again, wizard. I'm ready for you this time. Even single-handed, I'll outfight all four of you.
Not single-handed, my darling. I'm at your side. But they look so confident, as though they have an ace in the hole. Tell her, wizard. Tell her, that weakling, how right she is. Have you forgotten about the torch? He is my prisoner. All I need to do is reverse my anti-grav disc, and he is doomed. Reed, what will we do? You can do nothing. The torch is magnetized to a life-size disc controlled by me. I move him from my ship to where you can see him.
It's true. Johnny's helpless. But not for long. Not if I can reach him in time.
You're fast, Richards, but not fast enough.
Instantly pressing his master anti-grav control disc, the wizard sends Johnny Storm skimming far out of Reed's desperate reach.
You know what his fate will be if I direct that disc beyond the atmosphere, where there is no oxygen. You can't. He won't be able to breathe. Precisely, my dear. I warn you, if anything happens to that boy, you are in no position to warn anyone. All that remains is your complete surrender. Stop him, Reed. They can't defeat us again.
They won't, Sue. I swear it.
Your melodramatic oaths of vengeance have become a laughingstock with us, Richards. They do not impress the Frightful Four. These are the surrender terms we offer. You will submit to treatment by our wizard's ID machine, so that you, too, will become our helpless servants. You have no other choice. It can't end like this. There must be a way to save Johnny, and to strike back at them. Think, my darling, you've never failed us yet.
And I won't fail now. The first gambit is yours, Sue. Planar, now! Ugh, good girl. She wasn't expecting an attack by invisible force spheres. Now protect yourself while I attack the others.
Too late, Richards. You forgot how quickly I can hurl my hair, with whiplash force. Don't worry about me, Reed. Do what you must.
No, there's another way to beat them. Stay back.
Hold her, Sandman. I'll take over now. You shouldn't have stopped us. I'd have beaten her somehow. Have you forgotten the torch? His moments are numbered.
First, bring the torch back to the window. Then we'll deal.
Don't trust him, Wiz. He's trying to stall for time.
The trapster is right. All I need is another few minutes.
Very well, Richards. I'll call your bluff. There is the torch. Now you have 10 seconds to surrender, or you'll never see him again.
If my calculations are correct, 10 seconds is all I'll need. Then exactly 7 seconds later, the all-but-forgotten thing begins to stir, as a steel-sinewed hand reaches out, grasping the first object it encounters.
Wizard, look! It's the thing! He's starting to move!
He crushed an entire telephone unit like an eggshell. He's as powerful as ever, even more savage, even more filled with raging fury. So this is what Richards is waiting for. He had estimated the exact instant you'd recover consciousness. But he made one mistake. He didn't realize you'd still be loyal to me. Now the Frightful Four are even stronger than ever.
Yeah? That ain't saying much, so much, Domehead.
You fool! Stop! You're destroying my anti-grav master control! Just as I planned he would. Suddenly, the thing falls back into another coma, but he has provided just the diversion that the fighting mad, swiftly striking Reed Richards needs.
The thing is out again! Now's our chance to finish Richards!
Get him! Hold the Sandman, Sue. I'll take care of the Trapster.
But what about Johnny? He's still magnetized to that deadly disc.
He'll be all right, darling. With the Wizard's master control smashed, the disc would have lost its power. The torch can flame on again. And directly outside the 35th floor of the Baxter Building, the event which greets our eyes proves once again that among the world's most daring strategists, Reed Richards is still the unchallenged master. The disc lost its power, and I regained mine. This is what I've been waiting for. Can an uninvited guest crash your little party, gang?
Johnny, oh thank heavens!
You can relax your force field, sis. I'll keep these creeps busy for a while.
The torch! Now we're in for it.
I'll take that pace gun, Trapster. Where you're going, you won't be needing it.
This is your idea, Wizard. So what do we do now, big brain?
I don't understand.
I had everything figured out perfectly. What went wrong? Just one thing, bub. You thought you were the equal of the Fantastic Four, and nobody is.
Stay back, Torch. We get the idea.
They've forgotten me. I can still escape.
Reed, Johnny! Medusa swung through the window by her hair.
I'll catch her with my force field. Johnny, get out of the way!
You've done your share, sis. Let me handle it. There she goes, into the Wizard's anti-grav ship. I can still stop her. But what am I hesitating for? What's gotten into me? Why can't I do what must be done? That 1 second delay was all it took to allow her to escape. Why did I do it? Was it because I didn't want to fight a girl? Or was it something more? So, I think this was originally supposed to be maybe that they were going to ship Medusa and Human Torch. But I think they changed it later to have someone younger. So they made it Crystal and Human Torch. So I think that's what this was trying to set up at first. Like a relationship between Medusa and Human Torch originally. So that was fast work, Johnny. I'm calling the police now. Wait, what happened? Where's Medusa?
Did she get away?
Yeah, she took off in the anti-grav ship. I couldn't catch it. I don't understand, boy. You had time enough to reach her before she could enter the ship. Okay, so I goofed for once. Get off my back, will you? Don't get riled, kid. I think I understand. She's an extremely attractive female. Let it ride, huh? I don't want to talk about it. Seconds later, at the neighboring police precinct. Hello, Sergeant Dunnigan of the 31st. What's the problem, Mac? Hope it's not one of those crank calls, Sarge. There's been a rash of them all day. What's that? Would you repeat what you said, sir? I said I've got the Frightful Four under wraps for you. 3 of them anyway. You can pick them up any time. Yeah? So next you'll be saying you're Mr. Fantastic. I'm not buying, smart guy. You'd think, like, the Fantastic Four would have, like, a telephone, like, connecting, like, Batman has a telephone connecting, like, Wayne Manor to the, Wayne Manor, or the Batcave, to, like, the GCPD building, Gotham City Police Department building. And Fantastic Four had that. You think, like, it might have been destroyed in the fight or something. That might have been what happened. It got destroyed. And also, it might have got destroyed in the Doctor Doom fight. Because that happened a few issues ago, the Doctor Doom fight. But sometimes you get a day like this when nothing goes right. Come on, Reed. I asked for you to stop riding me, didn't I? I didn't mean you, Johnny. The police thought my call was a gag. You better deliver our well-trounced trio personally, kid. You sure you want to trust me with this job? After I fumbled the ball with Medusa? Come on, Johnny, get that chip off your shoulder, partner. Nobody's trying to bug you. Then as the torch leaves with his 3 thoroughly beaten charges, "What about Ben? Will he be all right?" "I think so, dear. He just needs some rest now. When he gets his strength back, he'll be the same as he was before the wizard captured him."
You know it, Stretch. What's the matter with you two, anyway? Ain't you got sense enough to hate me for what I've done?
"Of course not, old friend. You couldn't help yourself. It was that ID machine." "Oh, Ben. You're yourself again now, and that's all that matters. The Fantastic Four won out in the end after all. We proved that no foe, or combination of foes, could ever really defeat us."
Yeah, but we sure as blazes did it the hard way. Anyhow, quit mooning over me, gal. I don't want Egghead taking a poke at me while I'm just a shadow of my former wonderful self.
"Nobody's taking a poke at the best man at our wedding, Ben."
Yeah, hey, that's right. I almost forgot you two were getting hitched. And maybe someday you two can come to my wedding. Maybe I won't have to remain a thing forever. Maybe.
Thus, as the weary eyelids of the tortured Ben Grimm slowly closed, Sue and Reed clasped hands, with a prayer in their hearts, and a new hope blazing in their souls. The end. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be appreciated. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys later.